Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Abdul Wahab, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmacy, Quad University of Science and Technology. I am course instructor for the subject uh, Community Pharmacy, and our today topic is complementary and alternative medicine. Complementary and alternative medicines. So there are two types of medicines. Those medicines are treatments which are conventional, which are standard, and the other one, like you can see over here, the complementary and alternative medicines. And discussion outlines, we will discuss about the definition of complementary and alternative medicine, background of complementary and alternative medicines, different types of complementary and alternative medicines. So definition of complementary and alternative medicine, as you can see over here, that how can we define the complementary and alternative medicine. Alternative medicines was defined late in the 20th century as a type of medicine or treatment other than conventional medicine or healthcare. Other than conventional medicine or healthcare. Complementary and alternative medicine was introduced to the Western world through immigrants from other countries. Or complementary and alternative medicine is a group of diverse medical and healthcare system, practices and products that are not generally considered part of conventional medicine. Conventional medicine, also called Western or allopathic medicine, is medicine as practiced by holders of MD, medical doctors, and doctor of osteopathic medicine degrees, and by allied health professionals such as physical therapists, psychologists, and registered nurses or physicians. Difference between complementary and alternative medicine. Alternative or unorthodox therapies are medical practices they don't conform to the standards of the medical community. That do not conform to the standards of the medical community, are not taught widely in the medical and nursing communities, and are not generally available in the allopathic healthcare system. Allopathic healthcare system is the system which is in practice in our country, like Pakistan. Over here, the main practice is allopathic practice. So a part of allopathic are the conventional system of health. So we can use the name complementary or alternative medicines, a part of the conventional treatment or medicines. So these include such therapies as acupuncture, massage therapy, and chiropractic medicines. So we will discuss all about the other complementary and alternative medicines. As you can see over here, acupuncture, massage therapy, chiropractic medicines, Chinese medicines, aromatherapy, acupressure. So there are different types of complementary and alternative medicines. We will discuss in detail all about these therapies in our coming lectures. But today we will be talking about the background of the complementary and alternative medicine. Uh, Refers to a group of therapeutic and diagnostic disciplines that exist largely outside the institutions where conventional healthcare is taught and provided. Complementary medicine means treatments that you use instead of standard ones, or complementary medicines means non-standard treatments that you use along with standard ones. With allopathic treatment or the conventional treatment, which is mostly in practice in our country. Similarly, objective of complementary and alternative medicine. One primary objective of the alternative medicine is to relieve people from depending largely on drug usage and help them manage their lives naturally. To relieve people from depending largely on drug usage and help them manage their lives naturally. As you know, that every medicine, every drug has side effects and drug-drug interaction, adverse drug reactions. So to relieve people from such type of complications, we mostly use alternative medicine therapies or complementary medicine therapy. It is the basic objective of complementary and alternative medicine. Background of complementary and alternative medicine. From Eastern philosophy to widely used Western alternatives, one of the oldest forms of alternative medicine can be traced back through Chinese history. Much of the philosophy of Chinese medicine is based on theist and Buddhist principles and the belief that a person and their environment are closely interlinked. Closely interlinked. It is the belief of the theist and Buddhist. The widely known principle of yin and yang come from Chinese medicine and are integral to its practice. Yin and yang explain how opposing forces are integral to each other and how far harmony within the body to take place. This must be in balance. This must be in balance. When these are out of balance, disease occurs. Chinese medicines works at restoring balance in various ways including herbal medicine, acupuncture, breathing and movement, Tai Chi and Qigong, and also through diet. The other Eastern culture that has a long history of alternative medicine is India. Ayurvedic medicines date back as far as 6,000 years ago. Ayurvedic medicine dates back as far as 6,000 years ago, and like Chinese medicines also has links with Buddhism. The Ayurvedic medicines has a link with Buddhism, similarly like Chinese medicines. Ayurveda comes from two Sanskrit words, Ayu meaning life and Veda meaning knowledge of. It is a system of medicine that keeps a person's body, mind and spirit in tune with nature. in order to maintain good health. Understand? It is a system of medicine that keeps a person's body, mind and spirit, in tune with nature in order to maintain good health. In the West, the history of alternative medicine goes back around 3000 years. It means that alternative medicine was in practice 3000 years back. Treatments such as hydrotherapy were popular with Romans and Greeks. Hydrotherapy. The ancient Greeks, who were greatly influenced by the Babylonians and to a lesser extent by Indian and China, brought herbalism into the West. Herbalism, the different plant which are mostly used for the treatment of different diseases. Hippocrates, a Greek physician commonly referred to as the father of medicine, practically herbal medicine. During the Middle Ages, monks in Europe studied and grew medicinal plants and translated many works on the subject from Arabic. Folk healers also passed on their knowledge of healing through word of mouth from master to apprentice. The understanding of the power different plants have is ingrained in many native civilizations and has allowed men to understand and thrive in often challenging environment. When the Europeans settled in America, they found that the Native Americans had an extensive knowledge of the healing power of their indigenous herbs. Likewise, the Aborigines in Australia understood the power of plants found in their environment. We will discuss in our coming lectures all about the different medicinal plants which are used for the treatment of different diseases, for the relief, for the mitigations of different diseases. Moving forward in time towards the 19th century, before the rise of Western medicine, as we know it, medical practitioners were more like today's naturopath. They would take a detailed medical history, paying particular attention to the patient lifestyle. They would then suggest ways to improve these by change in diet, environment, and would also prescribe herbal medicines. History of complementary medicines no longer an alternative, no another choice for achieving better health. The result now is that alternative medicine is on the increase. Practices such as acupuncture, herbal medicine, aromatherapy, and healing are kept alive by practitioners who specialize in one or more alternative form of treatment. Frequently, alternatives are used alongside modern medical treatments. Modern medical treatment means the conventional treatments, allopathic treatments, which have led to alternatives being given the term complementary medicine. This brief history of alternative medicine shows that many of the practices used today have been with us for thousands of years. Given the rising popularity of using alternative medicines to deal with health issues today, it is likely that these practices will be around for many more. Therapies are denoted as complementary when used in addition to conventional medical treatments, such as alternative when used instead of conventional medical treatment. Studies show that complementary and alternative medicines therapies are designed to safely and effectively treat and prevent various health conditions including cancer, cardiovascular disease, and osteoarthritis. Osteoarthritis. And these complementary and alternative medicines are mostly used for the prevention or for the treatment of cancer, cardiovascular diseases, and osteoarthritis. Many complementary and alternative medicine therapies are denoted as holistic, which means that the healthcare professional considers the entire patient including the physical, mental, and emotional aspect. In addition, many complementary and alternative medicine therapies are referred to as preventive, which means that rather than simply treating the symptoms, the healthcare professional treats and simultaneously educates the patient to help prevent the symptoms from taking place again and again. There are some beliefs about the complement of different peoples. Illness occurs if the body is out of balance. Illness occurs if the body is out of balance. The body can heal itself and maintain a healthy state if given the right condition. The whole person should be treated, not just the disease or the symptoms. The whole person should be treated, not just the disease or the symptoms. The gentlest therapies must be tried first before harsher ones. There is no quick fix since healing and balance take time. Natural products are preferable to synthetic ones. Did you know 1/3 of Americans report using at least one aspect of complementary and alternative medicine therapies. 84% of people who have used complementary and alternative medicines therapies say they would use them again. 84%. It means that the treatment of alternative and complementary medicines, it is successful one, and the peoples are satisfied, are feeling satisfaction once they use such type of alternative medicine of complementary medicines. As you can see over here, that 84% of people who have used complementary and alternative therapies say they would use them again. Over 1/4 of hospitals said they offered one or more complementary therapies, most often in response to patient demand. So it is the data of USA. As you can see over here, I have given the reference, the source. So types of alternative therapies. We will discuss about all these types in our coming lectures. Folk medicines, herbal medicine, nutritional therapy, homeopathy, faith healing, chiropractic, acupuncture, naturopathy, massage, music therapy, exercise therapy, Chinese medicines, aromatherapy, acupressure, so acupuncture. These are all the different types of complementary and alternative medicines. So these are the treatments, these are the therapies, a part of the conventional therapies which are in practice. Mostly the allopathic drugs are the treatments or therapies. So we will discuss all about these different alternative and complementary medicines or therapies in our coming lectures. Benefits and usage of complementary and alternative medicines. People following an alternative medicine may do physical exercises such as osteopathy, yoga, infuse physical activity, Tai Chi meditations, and reflexology. To do these exercises, place the pillow on a surface providing comfort of the body. Since these exercises stimulate and manipulate structural balance of the body. Excuse me. In addition, the exercises improve overall bodily functions. Users may practice these exercises for mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional benefits. Okay. User may undergo massage therapy. Massage therapy is also complementary and alternative medicines. It is a type of complementary and alternative medicines. We will discuss, as I told you, in our coming lectures in detail all about the different types of complementary and alternative medicines. So user may undergo massage therapy, which involves manipulating and rubbing the body tissues for mental and physical relaxation. They may do this either at home or at massage clinic. When at home, apply massage oils to the neck, forehead, feet, and hands. Change the way of thinking. Exercise the mind first, so the body follows it. Meditate for relaxing the mind, thinking positively, and clearing stress. Take deep breath for better healing. Simultaneously, make use of enhanced visualization of objects for forming good thoughts patterns. For relaxing the body, drink herbal teas. Improvement of bodily functions depends on what people eat and drink, since the same relieves, stimulates, and has a healing effect on the body. Consumes fresh fruits, vegetables, and vitamins daily so that the body gets essential nutrients. Drink ginger tea, since it is effective in the cure of nausea and heals the body naturally. Those who wish to develop strong bones and healthy muscles may seek the help of chiropractor. Chiropractor is a method of treatment that manipulates the body structures. Sorry, especially the spine, to relieve low back pain or even headache or high blood pressure. The chiropractor shows people their pressure points. So in the body there are different pressure points. If we apply pressure on those points, so we can relieve backache, means back pain, headache, and we can also reduce the blood pressure. We can control the blood pressures. So those points are known only to the chiropractors. Similarly, a simple yet curable method that comes under the alternative therapy is laughter, laughter as being the best medicine. People have experienced miraculous changes in certain health disorders due to mere laughing. As such, it is advisable people watch comedy shows on TV, read magazines and books that promote laughter. Laughter alternately cleans the entire body with essential oils, herbs, fruits that have certain therapeutic benefits on the skin. Combine herbs, natural products, and fruits together as a remedy to skin disorder. User may try alternative medicines such as the electromagnetic therapy and biofeedback, which controls body functions such as heart rate, brain activity, and blood pressure. As you can see over here, reasons for uh, uh, complementary and alternative medicines use. So 77% respondents, as you can see over here in this graph, prevent illness for journal wellness. Prevent illness and journal wellness, that is 77%. Similarly, help reduce pain, treat painful conditions. So mostly the people use complementary and alternative medicines. As you can see over here, 73% respondents are people have used the complementary and alternative medicines to relieve the pain or for the treatment of painful conditions. Similarly, 59% have used to treat the specific health conditions. Similarly, 53%, as you can see in this graph, have used the supplement conventional medicines for the relief of different diseases, for the treatment of different diseases. As you can see, the 10 most common complementary and alternative medicine therapies among US United States adults, that is natural products, 17.7%, and similarly deep breathing, 12.7%, meditation, 9.4%, chiropractic and osteopathic, 8.6%, similarly massage, 8.3%, yoga, 6.1%, diet based therapies, 3.6%, similarly progressive relaxations, 2.9%, and guided imagery, that is 2.2%, and 1.8% homeopathic treatment. So these are the 10 most common complementary and alternative medicines which are therapies which are used by Americans adults. So as you can see in this picture, the different percentages of different complementary and alternative medicines. So it was all about the complementary and alternative medicines. We will discuss all these medicines in our coming lectures in detail. So these are the different sources from which I have taken all these paragraphs, etc. Thank you so much. Sorry. God bless you.